Hello, namaste everyone. Welcome to another episode of Relish Delish. Today we're going to be making a dish called the pav bhaji. Now, pav bhaji is a street food from India. It literally means pav, which is bread, and bhaji means vegetables. Pav is a word it's a Portuguese word actually invented when the Portuguese came to Mumbai in the late 1900s. And pav bhaji, the recipe itself was first made, I think, in the late 1900s when the mill workers in Mumbai or Bombay, as it was called then, they used to have a very less uh, lunchtime. Lunch hours, so it was hardly like 15-20 minutes, and in that time they didn't know like what to eat, and at the same time they used to work hard, so they really needed something nutritious. So I think somebody came up with the bright idea of making eating bread along with cooked vegetables. So like they say, necessity is the mother of invention, and that's how pav bhaji, the dish itself, was I think first made. So coming back to our recipe for today, this is what we actually require for making the pav bhaji. Now pav bhaji can be made with any of the vegetables that you prefer or like, which is easily available in your pantry or refrigerator. Today I'm going to be using some cauliflower and potatoes, which is a must for anyone to make pav bhaji. These two are a must. You also need tomatoes and onions, and here I have some bell peppers, cabbage, uh, green peas, some eggplant, and I have some chopped tomatoes and tomato puree I'll be using for making the pav bhaji, and the chopped tomatoes will be for garnish. Also for garnish I have some cilantro leaves here and some lemon wedges. And for frying the pav also, or the bread, you need some butter. Now, apart from all these vegetables and the bread, what you require for making the bhaji itself, for the vegetable, is the masala for making the bhaji. Now, the masala, which is the spices, is made of a blend of different spices, which is easily available in your pantry too, and you can make your own at home. Today I'm going to be using one which I've bought from the stores. There are many brands available, easily available in any of the Indian grocery. You can go out and buy one of those, or if you actually want to make your own spice blend, a recipe link is given on my website at relishdelish.ca too. I have here a pressure cooker. I have put about half a cup of water in here. So I'm just going to be adding up all the vegetables. First I put the eggplant in. Now I'll be putting the potatoes. The cabbage. The cauliflower. Carrots, the peas, and the green peppers. So basically what we are doing is the vegetables will be all cooked, and then we will have to mash it up. That's a later process. So right now I'm just cooking the vegetables. So what I will be doing now is I'll just close the lid of the pressure cooker, and the vegetables will be cooking for about 3 to 4 whistles. Then we'll come back and see how the vegetable is actually made. So while the cooker was being cooled, it's been switched off for a while now. I have here a pan. I heated some butter in it, and I'm frying some onions, a couple of onions finely chopped. The onions and tomatoes are not to be put in the pressure cooker, so I'll just be checking right now whether the vegetables have been cooked or not. So as you can see, all the vegetables are cooked nicely, and it's all become mashed. If you want, you can mash it up with a potato masher. I'm just using a big spoon to do this, with the back of a spoon. So this is the consistency of the vegetable that you would need. Of course, this is again going to be fried in the pan, so it will be cooked some more. So now the onions are almost being browned. So what I'll be doing is going ahead and adding the masala, the pav bhaji masala. So about 3 tablespoons of masala I am putting in here. You just fry the masala for about a couple of minutes. I can feel the nice aroma of the pav bhaji masala right now. As you can see, the onion has turned translucent, and it's important that there should be enough oil or butter in the pan at this point in time. If you want, you can add in a few drops of water, but this is how it should look like. So I'm going to add the tomatoes now. This is tomato puree. I'm going to let this cook until the tomatoes are nicely fried with the onions. So as you can see, the tomatoes and onions have been fried nicely in the pav bhaji masala. And I checked the seasoning. I added some more salt too at this point in time. So now I'll be adding the cooked bhaji, all the vegetables that have been pressure cooked. So I'm going to do this in parts so that I can mash it up like this with a ladle, so the vegetables get nicely blended in. The street vendors in India usually have a big pan. It's like a non-stick kind of a big pan, frying pan. It's a flat pan and they do it on that. But since we are doing this at home, this is an easier way of doing it. As you can see, all the vegetables have been cooked fully, and there are some green peas here which I am going to mash it up at the back of this ladle. I'm going to go ahead and fry this up, and while this is frying, what I am doing is I've kept another pan here with some butter, lightly buttered, and put the buns on top of that. So this is how it's going to be fried on both the sides. So there it is. This is how the pav bhaji is done now, and I have some bread here. I've plated out some pav bhaji, and since everybody doesn't like cilantro, we'll just put the cilantro on top. In our house, everyone likes cilantro, so I'm just putting it for the garnish here. And you can, to top it to serve also, you can do like that. You could even add some tomatoes on the side and a wedge of lemon. Yeah, pav bhaji is ready to be served. Enjoy, and you can find the detailed recipe on my website at www.relishdelish.ca. Thank you.